Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Hi, my name is Onepeg with a little bit of an imprint from my ball cap still kind of leaning into my forehead here. Anyway, there was a bunch of patch notes that came out this morning. I was asleep. Sorry, I would have had this up earlier. But there's a bulleted list. The patch is now concluded, and there's a couple of takeaways with this that I think are important to make mention of. So the first thing, this says, optimized algorithm of AI spawns added new weapon switching sounds depending on its type and length. Balancing adjustments to the trader item limits system. Added an achievement for players who completed the quest chain in the spring event, and added new PMC outfits for both purchase and achieve on the website as rewards for completing new quests, and a list of fixes. Overlapping sound on breaking fluorescent lamps, the volume of containers searching equipment, weapon switching, and crouch movement with minimum speed, fix the noise and the ambient sounds on woods, fix the display of the sorting table button for different monitor aspect ratios. So there's some stuff here with sound that luckily Hayes decided that he was going to test already. So he says crouch walk is now much louder. Before now, even when you were overweight, if you crouch walked, it made no noise, no third-party noise. First person, you could hear yourself as if you were making steps, but anyone on the outside of like your character model, anyone listening to you move, couldn't hear you at all if you were crouch walking, sneaking. But now it's much louder, even louder than before silent walking was introduced. ADS audio is much quieter. There's new switching sounds if you pull out a melee weapon now, and container searching audio has been reduced slightly. Now, most of this list was requested by Pestily, by the community. Pestily had made mention of this to Nikita during his interview. So there's some things here that seems as though they've been getting changed based on recommendations from all of us. And I think that these are good changes. However, based on all those patch notes, there was nothing in here regarding the audio pop at all. The other thing that was noticeably changed was headset audio. Headsets were, for some reason, because of the compression that was built into the game and how the headset works, especially with stuff like the Comtech 4, for instance, there's a lot of audio compression on those headsets, which meant that if someone in the game from far away was taking a step, technically speaking, that was making a sound that was being sent through the audio engine. With enough compression, you'd be able to hear that step a lot louder. Now, that took away a lot of depth perception, but it was able to give you a clue into where people were. The problem was that sound was very, very loud from very far away. Comtech 4 being the one that was the worst of all of these in terms of being able to detect people from far away because they had the most compression. Now, typically, when you use something like a mixing board, like I have over here, the amount of compression that you put into the game audio would accentuate all of the audio, meaning ambient noise and stuff like the wind sounds and all of that would also be brought up. But inside of Tarkov, they are able to categorize all of the different sound files. So one of the things that Comtech did really well is reduce the audio of the ambient sounds, all of those things categorically that are marked as ambient, would reduce them all down to a very low level. So you were able to kind of bump up the sound of footsteps from really far away, but not have all of the wind and rain and other noise in there too, which made them pretty OP. But that has been changed. So Hayes again did some Tarkov testing with headsets, and he said that different types of sounds, nade pull 29.5 meters, ADS sound is same no matter the headset from 37 meters away. And then the differences in compression you can see here with crouch walking, with the first step being louder than the others. The Comtech 4 is still detecting people from a lot further away, but it's seconded by the Excel by a difference of only about 3 meters, and then the rack headset at another half a meter. So you can see that these were a lot more shrunk. So Comtech 2's, stuff like this with crouch walking, silent crouch walking being 25 meters away is a massive difference from what it used to be. Now, the other thing that was added to this was the microtransactions, and Noise Guy got screen caps of all of the different stuff. There aren't that many. There's just 2 for each faction. So USEC has a Ranger green kit. If I want to be green, it's going to cost me $7, or I can go do the mission. And then the USEC Vanguard kit is $12. That's what they look like here. And then on the Bear side, we have the Bear Classic and then the Bear Cyclone. The hoodie in this case and the pants in this outfit I actually kind of dig. I don't know if I would pay $12 for it, but it's there. Anyway, that's pretty much the long and short of it in this case. The patch, I think, for the most part, is pretty good, but I still wish that they would do something about that audible pop that happens at about 80 meters or so. That seems like it's still kind of out there trying to get fixed. I think it's a built-in issue with Oculus Audio and binaural, and when the game engine actually realizes that people are within a certain distance, and then suddenly it's like, oh, you should be able to hear these guys, and then it's like, and it like pops them in. And it's really, really weird. And it's a dead giveaway. It's one of those things that it's going to make people think, continuously makes people think that you're going to be like somebody's cheating at the game because suddenly they knew where you were. And really, it's just because you have this directional pop when people come into range. It's really, really strange, like audible radar. It's really weird. Anyway, that's what I have for this one, guys. If you want to come by the stream, I'll be live over at twitch.tv/onepeg. Come by and say hi if you would be so kind. That would be awesome. I'd love to see you. In the meantime, you can sub the channel here. If you end up liking the content and maybe hit the bell, that would also be cool. I'm still going to keep doing the news videos for Tarkov Boys. We're back at it, and I'm going to keep at it this time, okay? I promise. And I will see you in the next one, okay? Peace.